Hello, friends. It's day 29 in the 30-day series of celebrating you. Um, my entry for today is almost like a continuation of yesterday. Yesterday was my ego self, and today I chose to acknowledge my higher self. So, again, I might have the definition wrong on these last 2 days, but in this moment right now, I am choosing to think of these two things uh, as aspects of myself. So yesterday's was the ego, and today is my higher self. And um, for the since the start of the series, everything was done on in the moment. So every subject, I didn't have like everything planned out. I didn't pre-record anything. Everything was the day of. Every video was made the day of, and so is this one. Um, in the beginning, I thought, I could just like make 30 videos, and then I thought that I didn't want to do that because I needed to take the journey, and not the journey in one moment, but in the totality of all the 30 days. And I had a feeling that um, that I would have some like I don't want to say revelations, but um, maybe beliefs. I had a feeling like certain things would be coming up, or things would be pushed, like boundaries would be pushed and stuff like that. And so, in saying that, maybe around the middle, around day 15, uh, around there, I had a feeling that I was going to do ego and higher self, and I chose to save it for the last 2 days before the final day. Um, I didn't pre-record it though, like I said, but I just had those two that I felt like needed to be acknowledged or called out or have a day of itself. So yesterday I chose the ego, and today I saved for higher self. So uh, in thinking about it, yesterday I went with bad cop, and today I'm going with good cop. Calling it out, or acknowledging. Um, like I said, I'm choosing to today, right now, I'm choosing to think of these two entities as an aspect of myself, and so um, I went with higher self today. Like I said, the good cop. But the reason why I chose it, or I thought that it should be acknowledged or called out, was for some reason I feel like my higher self helped create this path, or maybe it outlined the path. And if that's the case, um, we want to acknowledge that it was an amazing path. Like looking back on my life so far, there's certain patterns clearly um, that I've called out, in these 30 days, and even before this, in other videos. I think a lot of you could see a journey that's going on with myself, and then I guess if we were all to turn it inward, then we could see maybe a constant pattern in our lives about learning lessons or having experiences. And I think that my higher self has played a part in it. So, like I was saying, if it didn't outline the path for me, it helped me move forward through the path. And what's interesting is like I w- I I keep hearing, like certain people say like, oh, everything is connected. We're not separate from spirit. And so a lot of times I keep thinking like we're not separate in spirit, meaning like we're not separate from the other side. We're not separate from, you know, uh, spirits and our loved ones that have crossed over, or we're not separate from Jesus or Buddha or Shiva or Archangel Michael or Raphael or the source. But I always forgot about self. Like we're not separate from ourself. Um, and so that's when I thought about that, like, oh, you know, they're not just talking about outwardly; they're talking about inwardly also. So, um, yeah, I just there are things in life that obviously we wish could have been better, or you know, maybe if we had you know made a different choice and stuff like that. And I kind of go there too. Um, if I tried harder at this, then things could have been different, and I could have been a professional bowler or played football professionally, been in the NFL, stuff like that. But when I look back on it, it just wasn't where I was supposed to go. Like it wasn't the direction that was outlined for me. It was a possibility, and but there's a different calling. There's a different. The outline was different, and my higher self helped me get to this point. And like I was saying yesterday, was I'm very happy for the the point I'm in my life right now. You know, is everything like perfect? No, I'm still working through stuff. There's still stuff that I wish um, was better, or like if I had greater health, if I was in better shape, if I had more money, I could pay off all my bills and I could give more away, to help others, um, stuff like that. But I do understand, like I'm here because I need to be here. I I'm experiencing these things because I need to experience them. Um, Kind of like in a way of like, we if we're feeling like, oh, I wish I had more wealth, then part of the experience is to learn how to manifest abundance, right? Or you know, uh I'm not as healthy as I should be. Is that because um I haven't fully learned how to listen to my body or listen to myself, or am I um creating issues for myself to learn lessons, or learn from an experience? There are great lessons, there's great experiences, and there's ones that they are what has been chosen for me, like I chosen for myself. Maybe not this this body of Richard has chosen it for himself, but the higher self or the spirit of Richard did. And I I don't know, I just feel like I need to acknowledge it, be thankful for it, because things could the struggle could be greater, the struggle could be worse, but it's not. And I do feel blessed for the life I have lived so far and the life that I'm living right now today. You know, the a lot of you know that I go down rabbit holes and I'm the great ponderer about things and stuff like that, but there wasn't many times in life that I've been very excited for the moment and for the next moment. You know, I could think of a few times in life, like when I was younger and, when I was playing sports and like I was excited for the next football game. I was excited for the next wrestling match or judo match or the next basketball game. I was excited for like the next bowling tournament and I used to bowl every day. Like every single day I'd bowl like 20 games. I was excited for it and it hurt, but it was good pain. I was enjoying the struggle. Um, and as I sit here today, I feel the same way. I'm like excited for life. I'm excited for the next experience. Um, I'm excited to like learn something about myself or see something in a different way that makes the light bulb go off. And um, like there's so many things that like so many signs of synchronicity or just examples of or like aha moments just waiting to be found. um, and so like the fun part of it for me is like being uh, in that space where I'm open to receive it and not receive it like, oh, it showers upon me, but where I'm open enough to say like, oh, that thing that Willow Love said in her video, like that resonates with me. Like that's an aha moment. Or Terry Renner said something in her video, or I read a comment from Teresa in a live, and like that, I don't want to say triggers, but that was the start of something that made me realize something or looked at something a different way. And then all of a sudden I get this like warmth inside of me and I feel like my spirit lifts a little bit higher. And those things are exciting. And I want to say that my higher self is part of it, is the good cop on the good shoulder, and the ego was the bad cop on the other shoulder, even though I don't think that my ego was so bad to me. I think my higher self was really good to me. So for day 29, I'm acknowledging my higher self for if it was responsible for outlining the path, then it's been a great path. And I'm super excited for where the rest of the path leads and how much I can grow and how much I can help others. If it wasn't responsible for outlining the path, I am super, super grateful and thankful and proud um, of it, of my higher self for help guiding me along my path, for help like pushing me forward, for help with keeping the path clear of those little stones that like poke your feet, um, or even the big stones that hurt your feet, or that might like turn your ankle if you step on it wrong. You know, I think my higher self has done me right, and I want to acknowledge it and put it out there. So that's my day 29 entry in the 30 days of celebrating you. If I'm wrong about the higher self definition, please, or if you have a different view of it, that's good too. Please share that in the comments. You know, I'm an open book, so I won't take it personal if you're like, hey man, you're way off on this one. But I'm just here to learn, here to grow. Get down in the comments though, please. Share your experience or your thoughts. Um, and I'll see you on the last video, day 30. And in closing, remember, in order to eat the fruit of the tree, sometimes you have to go out on a limb. Embrace your fears, because it's a good thing. See you guys tomorrow.